Allow me to unveil a truth. Your untapped potential lies in the discomfort zone, a crucible where true grit is forged and mediocrity is shattered. Every day, do you confront the man in the mirror and question if you pushed beyond the ordinary? Today, we dive deep into why harnessing the truth about ourselves is the cornerstone of legendary success. Gentlemen, imagine plunging into chaos, where familiarity is lost and every breath becomes a battle. It's here, in the throes of struggle, that the essence of your character is chiseled. You see, comfort is the nemesis of growth. It lulls you into a false sense of achievement. Meanwhile, true strength, the kind that endures life's relentless storms, is born from the fire of adversity. For those willing to brave this journey, know that it begins with a stark confrontation with who you are, a starting point that shapes your destiny. Now, here's something our minds often gloss over. The path to extraordinary feats is laden with arduous battles, steeped in defeat and woven with threads of doubt. Yet, it's within this very darkness that the brightest light emerges. To unlock that brilliance, you must dare to tread where fear casts its looming shadow, for it is in the heart of uncertainty that we experience transformative growth. Remember, when that alarm shatters the silence of dawn, and your inner voice protests, rise with intention. Embrace the daily ritual of forging ahead, relentless and unwavering in your pursuit. Here's a rallying cry for anyone who has ever fought to achieve their aspirations. Each day demands a reckoning, a moment to reflect and ask, have I done enough? To achieve greatness requires not just living but thriving in a cycle of endless perseverance until it becomes as natural to you as breathing itself. Life doesn't boast shortcuts to the other side of hardship. The voyage demands sacrifice. You must reach deep within and muster a tenacity that knows no surrender. If you desire it with every fiber of your being, the understanding of what it means to truly try will reveal itself. Harness the formidable power of your mind, the most potent weapon you possess. In a digital age cluttered with distractions, it's your intellect that remains a beacon through the storms you endure. Forget searching for answers in the noise. Often, you only have your wits as your companion through the trials of life. Mastering the terrain of your own thoughts is pivotal. Otherwise, the battle is lost before it's even begun. Leave no room for your mind to take command unbidden. Steer it with purpose and conviction, creating a trajectory towards your goals. Hard work is not merely a platitude. It is a steadfast companion on the road to mastery. Faced with an obstacle in understanding? Review it, revisit it, rewrite it. Resilience is about persisting in the face of stagnation until breakthroughs occur. Adopt a no retreat, no surrender mentality, and your brain, recognizing there's no alternative, will adapt. The mind, when cornered, unlocks a reservoir of willpower and ingenuity. This is how you excel. Envision the future you desire with such clarity it feels tangible, be it triumph in the military or the respect earned from pushing past limits. Visualization is not mere daydreaming. It's about etching a future reality so compelling that you are drawn towards it with every breath. Crave victory not for the sake of triumph over others, but to experience the profound satisfaction that comes with transcending your previous self-imposed boundaries. Now, how about a simple commitment to yourself? If this message resonates with you, if these words stir a fire within your soul, I invite you to join this community of warriors. Subscribe, like, and activate those notifications. By doing so, you're not just supporting this channel, you're championing your own transformation. Remember, it's in the crucible of relentless self-examination and stringent accountability that the diamond of your potential is unearthed and polished. The journey is laden with discomfort, undoubtedly so, but herein lies the fuel for your ascent. Each day, as you stand before the mirror of truth, hold yourself to the fire. Let accountability shape you, and in time, the misery of discipline will blossom into the profound joy of accomplishment. And as we venture towards the close of our conversation, ponder this: how will you apply the insights from today? Which truths will you embrace, and what actions will you commit to that will catapult you from the ordinary into the realms of the extraordinary? My friends, this is more than just about survival. It's about thriving in the most challenging of environments, overcoming the sheerest of obstacles, and emerging victorious not just in battle, but in the grand design of life. Until our next encounter, remember, wield your will like a mighty sword and cut through the noise, for you are the architect of your destiny. In a split second, everything can change. Your failures aren't the end, they're merely the propulsion you need for your next big leap. Imagine yourself, downtrodden with just a handful of change to your name. Now visualize harnessing that low point as a catalyst for a jaw-dropping comeback. That's the raw, unfiltered power of resilience. And I'm here to tell you that no matter how dire things look, it's never the end of your story. Let's delve into the real grit of transformation, the underbelly of true success. It's not a tale of constant victory. It's one of epic falls and astounding rises. Picture this: a promising athlete hits rock bottom, his dreams dashed. Yet, it's in this grim moment that the phoenix within ignites. Without such crushing defeat, the fierce drive to push beyond imaginable limits would lie dormant. Imagine standing at a fork in the road of life. Indecision haunts each path, yet it's crucial to stride forward, no matter which route you pick. Hesitation is a thief of opportunity, stealing precious moments you can't get back. The real challenge isn't which choice to make, but the courage to embrace any direction and charge ahead with unshakable resolve. Now, let's elevate this discourse. Consider greatness not just a destination, but a persistent journey peppered with obstacles. They're not mere roadblocks but opportunities dressed in disguise. Your struggles, my friend, are your tickets to a stage where your story resonates, inspires, and uplifts. But the question lingers: what's holding you back? Why let others sprint past in the race of life? Maybe it's fear, complacency, or doubt. Whatever it is, it's time to rise, confront the challenge, and claim your rightful place in the sun. Do you need more convincing? Let's explore together the powerhouse that is personal transformation, and recognize that your lowest lows serve as a springboard to your highest peaks. How about a gut check? When life knocks the wind out of you, leaves you questioning the pain, the trials, the heartache, remember this: you're still here, you're still battling, and that in itself is a victory. Each setback is not a period but a comma in the grand narrative of your existence. It's time for a stark realization: life isn't about evading challenges but absorbing them, learning, growing, and emerging more tenacious than ever. To thrive, we must embrace this truth and shrug off the mantle of victimhood we so often cling to. Now, let this sink in. Your life is a masterpiece in the making. Each stroke of misfortune is a shadow that adds depth and contrast to your eventual triumph. It's the moments where you stumble and rise that define your spirit and fan the flames of your potential. There's a symphony of aspirations within you, a melody that beckons you to step into the role of maestro and orchestrate your destiny. Take a moment, seize it, and mold it into the life you've always envisioned. There lies an untapped well of strength, wisdom, and courage. Are you prepared to draw from it? Understand this: you are an agent of change, a wave maker in a vast ocean, destined to make an indelible impact. Your actions, your drive, they resonate through time, urging others to follow your lead. Darkness may linger, but it serves only to make your inner light shine brighter. Now, feel the urgency. Time ticks relentlessly by your dreams, your aspirations. They demand your unwavering attention. This day, this hour, this very second is your battlefield, and victory awaits those who dare to take that first bold step. So my fellow warriors, will you join me on this crusade? Will you rise above the self-doubt and the ridicule to kindle the divine masculine within? Will you commit to the pursuit of the bulldog mindset, embracing each failure as a lesson in the school of hard knocks? Don't just take my word for it. Dive into these truths deeply, for they are the nuggets of wisdom that will chart your course to success. We'll walk together through the valleys and over the peaks, and I promise, what awaits is nothing short of spectacular. Breathe in determination. Let's not merely exist but live with intention and gusto. Each breath is a new beginning, a fresh slate to etch your legacy. Let's forge ahead with a spirit that refuses to be extinguished. I'm calling on you, the strong, successful male, the modern life dater of today, the beacon of the divine masculine, to harness the wisdom speaks within. Let wisdom be your guide as we navigate the ever-changing landscape of modern dating, personal finance, investments, and the pursuit of true, unbridled success. Understand the power residing in the word action. It's not enough to know, we must apply. It's not enough to wish, we must do. Break free from the chains of passivity and step into a life of active ambition. Before I leave you with the charge to blaze your trail, I urge you, if you've drawn even a morsel of inspiration, empowerment, or clarity from our journey today, take a moment to subscribe, to like, to ring that bell and join our legion. Let this commitment be your rally cry, a signal that you are ready to take on the world and sculpt your destiny with authority and vigor. And now, as you stand at the precipice of change, gaze into the horizon of your future, a future where you lead the charge, where your voice echoes with influence, where your choices ripple into eternity. Go forth with conviction. Make your mark, my friends, and let's make history. As we close, I leave you with a lingering thought after absorbing the powerful currents of this conversation. What steps will you take to bring about the transformation you yearn for? What actions will define your legacy? Share your commitment, your vow to yourself, and let's construct a world that marvels at our collective strength and resolve. Onwards, to greatness.